Welcome to Hermione Fanfic Fanatics. You're here with Tracy, Carrie Ann, and Holly. Today we will be discussing Amends by The Last Jedi. It is completed with 7 chapters at 44,770 words. You can find this on AO3 and I believe fanfiction.net. I believe it's on there. We will be discussing this fic in full, so there will be spoilers. This is your warning.
I like the name, Last Jedi.
It is on fanfiction.net.
It's The Lash Jedi.
The Last Jedi?
The
okay, that's kind of cute.
Eyelash.
Oh, I even have it on there. Okay, well, whatever. Anyone got any Raylo fanfiction? Send them my way. I like Raylo. Sorry. Anyway, just had to put that out there. You guys.
I like the idea of Raylo too, but I'm too consumed by the Harry Potter world.
I got some good ones.
I like Harry Potter. I'm not the biggest. I like Star Wars, but I don't
I'm
love
not a big
Star Wars.
Like I like it as well.
Like Star Wars.
I love Raylo. Anyway,
I guess that's true. I mean, you just add a little bit of smut in there for your favorite characters that you wish were together, and you got it. You got me hooked.
Like Adam Driver. It's his nose.
I know. It's his nose.
Yeah, did you see big noses are coming back in?
Oh my gosh. They're coming back in. Like they weren't a thing for a while.
I know. I don't know why I phrased it that way.
Okay. One quick thing about this fan fiction that I thought was really unique, because it's not like something I normally read or Anyway, I love how this fan fiction, it's so short. It's such a short story with so much packed into it. But I don't want to say the word simple because it's very simplified. Like that sounds negative, but it's actually fantastic because I love how much they kind of packed into this, but how quick it was. So it was like reading a long story in 7 chapters. Like it was very different. I normally like to get all the nitty-gritty like angst and whatever, but this one I really liked that it was shorter, but it didn't lose anything. If that makes sense. I don't know.
It makes total sense.
It was just so it was so different. Like, because normally you want to read a really long one, but this one felt like a really long one, but it was nice and short.
Yeah.
So it was cool. I liked it.
Yep. They did a really, really good job making you feel all the feelings of fluff, of your brief sadness. It's all there. It's really cute. This is one of my favorites. This was my second time reading it.
Yep. Cool. I also like that it's mostly it's all in Draco's perspective. It's all in his POV.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we love a Draco point of view.
Oh yes.
But it's basically just a surprise pregnancy. Starts out in at a New Year's ball, right?
It was at
the Malfoy was hosting a New Year's ball, and who shows up in a beautiful gold dress?
Golden.
Yeah, like 5 months pregnant. Was it 5?
I think it was 5 months.
Yeah, like 5 months pregnant.
5 months because 3 months ago they broke up. So he's like, she would have had to be.
It's definitely mine. So and so in a gold dress, and there's really cute fan art on that.
The fan art in this, in all of them, even
but they use the same one. Basically.
Yes, I love her look of just disgust looking at Draco.
I want to say the argument that they had, where it's after. Was it after? What am I talking about? No, I'm talking about the argument that I don't know what argument I'm talking about. All I wrote was that the argument to me felt real. Like I would say the same thing, but I don't know what one. It was in the first chapter. I don't know if it was the one where they're breaking up or the one where he's like, "Is this my kid?" I don't remember.
I like the "This My Kid" one because that one felt real. His shock was
either way. The way that the arguments were written, I was like, I would do that. I would just shut down.
They were written at length. I mean, I don't know how to explain this. The conversations that they had, I was like, they hit on every single point that I would have absolutely hit on if I was in this situation. And now I'm fast forwarding to the conversation they have when he comes to Grimmauld Place. But the whole time I'm thinking, oh, she should say this. Oh, she should say this. And she does. Every single thing that I was like, she needs to say this. And she did.
I was like with Draco where he's like, I'm not going to say that.
Oh, man.
But can we just talk about how nice it would be to have somebody like so devoted that the second that he finds out you're pregnant, he renounces himself as heir. He breaks up his engagement. He's like, I'm going to spend the rest of my life trying to get her back.
Like, and so I noted this down in the very beginning of, would this have actually happened had she not been pregnant? And then later on, I asked the question again. And in my head, I think yes. I think Draco would have seen her at the ball. She would have gone I don't know if she would have gone to the ball. Let's just say she did. She's not pregnant. I think he would have
even he says it in one of the later chapters. He's like, I would like to think that I would have came up and talked to you, even if you weren't pregnant. He would have. And who knows what would have happened.
I think he would have, because I think he would have realized that, So spending a few months apart and then going, okay, never mind. I'm not living my sham life for my parents. Not doing that. So I loved this Draco.
But I'm still totally on Hermione's side of like,
yes. I was so hurt.
You didn't like you broke up with me, and now you only want to be back with me because I'm pregnant. Fuck you, man. Like, I would have done the same thing. So
okay, so yes, maybe. I don't know. I feel like I would have caved. All of the like hormones. If some guy is like sitting there and is like, I love you, I should have never broke. I just would have been like, okay.
Because that's a real thing, especially during pregnancy. Your hormones are they're crazy.
And if he's like
crazy,
especially that far.
Like devoting his love and saying like, I never should have, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I would have broken. I would have been like, okay, thank you. Crawl back.
I did not like that and this is like, okay. I didn't like that he knew about, like, he was courting Astoria when he was still sleeping with Hermione. And I did not like that one bit. It's just, but he also says it himself later on, like, I was a coward. Yeah.
I mean, then he does also let her know, he's like, I never slept with her. I never kissed her. The only kiss that they ever shared was for a photograph.
With all the parents watching.
Yeah. So I'm like, I get it, but I would have been livid because, and she even mentioned, like, you knew, like, you've started this process and now you're telling me, like, how long? So her anger is super warranted, but I like how Draco kind of accepts, like, yep.
Very much so.
I screwed up. Let me try. I'm gonna
to the point that like his accountability spoke to me. Like the way that he is kind of atoning for what he did to her. It's like, Potter, when he's having this conversation with Harry in the Leaky Cauldron, okay? And Harry's such a great friend in this fic.
Harry was so good. Harry and Theo, shout out to those two friends.
Yeah, right. Theo. Oh, Theo. But Harry was just not just a good friend, but just a good person. Like the fact that he went to the Leaky Cauldron and said, you have 10 minutes. The fact that he did that, he didn't have to. I mean, knowing what he did to Hermione, anyone would have been like, absolutely not. Screw you. Like, no, I'm not doing that.
I love how Harry was explaining everything to Draco and goes, oh yeah, I do kind of sound like an ass when you put it that way. Like, yeah, you do.
Yes. I liked that everyone who came up to him and told him, how big of an asshole he was like, you're right. Absolutely right. Yeah, I know. And I'm sorry.
I'm backing up
No, you go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm backing up a teeny tiny bit because a line that I thought was absolutely hilarious was when he finally saw her pregnant. When he saw her across that ballroom, it said he occluded so hard that to an outside observer, it probably looked like he briefly went into a coma. I laughed out loud at that. I thought that was so funny. I don't know why. And then later, I think it gets a picture of it, and he was like, "Oh, I did look like a dumbass or something."
He's like, "Wow, my occluding needs
some work
if it looks like that."
So I thought that was so funny. So, but yeah, nope. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Carrie Ann.
This is really dumb, and you guys are gonna think I'm stupid. Okay. It's no. when Draco and Harry are having that conversation, and it's right as Draco's gonna explain like the threat that Lucius made, and it says Harry shifts into aura mode, and I was sitting, I don't know why I fixated on this time, but that would probably be so attractive. Just like watch like this like super kind of jokey, carefree like friend just like shift into like cop mode. Like,
oh my god.
I have never once, ever thought that Harry might be attractive. And this is the fic that made me think that. I just want that out there for the world. Okay.
That's so funny.
I have read like Dramionies that also have like other side stories. Like I've read one that was like a not pot, and I've also read one that was a Harry and Pansy. But this is still the first one that I have ever been like, Harry. I don't know how I feel about that. But anyways, just wanted to share.
Well, hey, maybe you'll dive into some other fan fiction.
Nope.
Just don't dive into Harry Hermione. Let's not do that.
Nope.
That is
they are brother and sister.
Yeah, exactly.
If we don't want to,
we're not getting into incest.
We're not going to ship shame anybody. If you really do like Harry and Hermione,
of course,
that's great. But personal feelings are that they are siblings, and I am not going to read that. But thank you. I do like Not Pot though, and I do like Harry and Pansy. So if you have any of those that also feature Hermione and Draco, I send them.
Another thing that I liked from his conversation with Harry, we get to see possessive Draco. He says it's when he's talking about Lucius, and he's talking about, he threatened her. He threatened my child. Like, he, because he threatened to end her. And it's like, oh, no.
I thought you were talking about when he said Ron proposed.
No.
That was funny though.
That was funny. It made me think of, oh wait, are we reading like Pride and Prejudice? Is this how far back in time we are? Because he proposed because she's pregnant.
We did skip over.
No, we didn't.
We skipped the entire conversation of that Draco had after the ball with Lucius and Narcissa and Astoria. So just anyone, if anyone was confused just now of what we're talking about, after the ball, they all kind of figured it out because
Astoria
eavesdropped.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah. And so, Astoria followed and was being a bitch. It's fine. And Draco renounced his claimed everything, which dramatic, love it, king, way to be. Okay. Yeah, and I did like that Draco completely went nuts when Lucius was like, we should just get rid of her or whatever.
Yep. Narcissa's comment of, would she have, could she be convinced to accept an older partner? Gross. What's wrong with you people? Well, and then the fact that like, it's so hard for me to understand people disowning their children. Like Narcissa, okay, this is way later, I think chapter 5 or 6, when Draco takes them out to get ice cream and they see the Malfoys across the street. And Lucius looks at him in disgust and he walks away, and Narcissa follows without looking back. And I'm like, you people, I don't get it. I don't get it. But
I don't like stories that Narcissa follows Lucius. Like I like the Narcissa that's like, nope, my son. I love my son.
I imagine her being more like that.
Yeah, like I prefer those. And I would have loved to see her with a granddaughter, because everyone's like, oh, Malfoys only have boys. Like that's just I don't know if that's canon or if it's just a fan fiction thing that everyone adopted. But I would have loved to see her, because she would adore having a granddaughter. So those ones aren't my favorite that Narcissa does that, but it is what it is. This one still good.
I like both. I like when she is like I just want my son to be happy, but I also like these make sense to me. I'm like, she's been in this pure blood, and everybody talks like, I'm pretty sure it's a canon thing about like how much Lucius and Narcissa love each other.
Yeah.
Right? That's like a canon thing, right? If it's not,
I don't know. I don't know if it was ever really mentioned or gone into, but
it
feels like something that like is just like a given. Like she just loves him so much and is so devoted that it makes sense to me that she would like whatever he wants, she's just gonna kind of do and not question too much.
Yeah.
And so it would make sense to me. I like both.
So going back to Draco and Harry in the bar, Sorry. I love it when a fic adds the element of Harry extending his hand to Draco.
Yes.
I do. I love it when fics add that in and I go, yes. Thank you. Thank you for giving us our redemption friendship, maybe.
The friendship between Harry and Draco in this whole fic was great.
It was.
Yeah, because the first time that he goes to the Weasleys with Hermione,
he thinks Harry tricks him.
Harry tricked him, and he's like, that actually hurt my feelings. I was like, oh, my baby. Oh no.
So, and then Ginny tells him that he didn't. Yeah. And he's like,
Harry didn't know.
Oh, great.
I like to think that his occluding skills are just shit, and she saw his face fall. Like, I like to think that she was like, oh, okay, let me go give him something.
You gotta soothe him.
Gotta help him a little bit. So, but I did go ahead.
I was just gonna say we jumped very far ahead because there was quite a bit. So chapter 3, I think, is where they finally sit down, Hermione and Draco, because he writes the letter of I love you. I'm gonna be here for you forever. This is the steps that I'm taking. And Harry's like, she'll give you an hour. This is when you can show
I
up.
loved that he sent it to Harry and Ginny.
That's it was like, you could read it.
I'm talking about full accountability. He's taking full accountability of his actions where he's like, okay, yep, here you go. See everything
he says,
that
you can read through it before you give it to her. And I like how he also was like, it's more likely to get to her if it goes through Harry than it is if I just send it to her. Still a little Slytherin.
Smart man.
But I thought it was cute how she was very, it was very good. She was very clear with her, I don't want you to be with me because of the baby, but we are going to be co-parents. And this is when my next doctor's appointment is. And he was just like, okay, if that's what you're going to give me, then that's what I will take. And I just liked how in the beginning, it was still, you could tell that it wasn't what he wanted, but he just took it. Did.
Because he knew that it was better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like that when he tells her again that he loves her, she's like, no, stop saying that, because if you did, you would have already reached out. All this stuff. She's like, no, let me explain to you, because you just think you have these feelings because I'm pregnant. That's it. I'm like, oh, good. She's saying everything that's valid in this situation. And I'm like, good job. Good job.
Because that was also the conversation where she brought up, oh goodness, just again, you didn't love me enough. You didn't love me enough to leave Astoria. You're only doing this now because I'm pregnant, because of the baby. So,
she pretty much is saying, talk's cheap, show me, and I love that.
Yeah,
that's it. This is also the chapter. They go to the doctor's appointment, and they're walking out, and the baby kicks.
Yes,
and he gets to feel for the first time. It's like, oh,
it's so cute. Well, I like because
cute.
He was talking to the baby, and at one point he was like, Granger, I'm not talking to you. So that was so
don't
funny.
Interrupt.
Yeah. Oh, so cute.
He just dropped in the middle of the alley. That's what I thought was cute. He's like, I don't care who's watching. I'm just gonna do it right now.
And then kissed her belly, and then he was like, fuck, I'm sorry. He's like, I'm so sorry. She's like, yeah, no, do that again. But oh, so sweet. I love it. I don't know why I like these baby fics.
Because he's devoted. That's what's cute.
Yes. Yes. Oh, it's great.
Yeah. Anyhow.
And then Theo comes along, and he goes out and looks at houses with Draco, apartments, and he's like,
nice.
He's not helpful company, but he's company, and he's here, and he's trying to learn how to do the dishwasher, and he's like, is it supposed to be that?
Theo was his only friend in this fic.
Which
there wasn't
I'm okay if there's not a ton of other mentions of other friends, but I just think it was cute how Theo was like, you can crash in my house. He's like, don't stay here though, because you won't like that, but you can stay here for a little bit. And go.
Well, and I think Theo also knew that you can't stay here, one, because it's his house. It's his house. But that's not showing Granger that he's trying to move
taking
on.
Steps. Yeah.
Yes. So I liked that, because I read that as Theo was pushing him to be like, nope, if you want to win Granger back, you can stay here for a week, figure out what you're gonna do,
and then get out.
Go. So it's like, here's your home base to get your footing.
Yep. I love that Draco, he goes through the Muggle appliances trying to learn them. It takes him 2 weeks to finally reach out to Harry to ask how to function the dishwasher.
And Harry just cries because he was laughing so hard.
It's so funny. I never even thought, I don't think in my entire childhood, to put dish soap in a dishwasher. I've always known that it was.
Nope.
No, but I was with Bryce as a teenager when he did it.
I've done it.
God.
It was like one of the first times we moved out too.
Out of the dishwasher.
You did this as an adult?
As an adult, yes. I am dead serious, okay?
No.
And listen, I had been doing dishes for years, okay? It was just one of the first times that as an adult, I went to the store and was buying buying the stuff instead of my parents buying the stuff. And so I wasn't paying.
They do sell.
They're like right next to each other. And I just like wasn't.
Form.
Yeah, which is what I was looking for. And I wasn't paying enough attention because the bottle looks similar to the ones that my parents get. And so I just like wasn't just like going fast, and yeah, bubbles and water everywhere. It took like so many towels. And
oh my gosh. I know. I remember he'd started the dishwasher, and I think we sat on the couch, and then I went out to the kitchen like 10 minutes later, and there were bubbles all over the kitchen. I'm like, oh yeah, Grace, what'd you do?
Yeah. And you have a brief moment of panic because you're just like, and like magic in this moment would have been so nice. Just like,
yeah, he just, oh my gosh, he just vanishes everything. I'm like, oh.
I would have given anything to be able to do that. So yes, I've done it in my adult life, and you know, it's fine.
That's great.
It happens.
Yeah.
Could be worse. It could be worse.
I've also done the thing, I think I added too much soap, and I don't understand how or why, but like my laundry machine at one point like overflowed.
Really?
I have no idea. Also one of the first times I moved out, so like it was a mess that week. It's fine.
I don't even know how that happens because it's not like laundry detergent really does that.
I have no idea.
Unless you're like Andy Dwyer and putting bubble bath in it. So
I could not tell you. It never happened again. So
okay.
Whatever I did. Anyways.
Was it your first time using a used washer? Maybe somebody booby trapped it. Maybe. I'm just thinking.
Now I'm gonna think somebody's out to get me.
Oh my god.
Anyways, how long has it been since something crazy like that's happened to you?
Don't put that in my head because now something is gonna happen to me. So I'm gonna be making situations happen because I'm gonna be looking for them. So we're not gonna. Anyways, back to this. Yeah. Hermione, they were talking about the names. I'm at that point where she's like, what do you think about Cassiopeia? That's how you say that, right? That's how I'm saying
Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia.
I say it both ways because I don't know either.
Cassiopeia is how in my head. And then she's like, yeah, I was like, he's like, that's an interesting name. Like, where'd you come up with that? And she's like, I know about the tradition. Like, you're not like that was so cute. The Black family name. But she was picking it out while he was engaged, and that's what broke me.
I know. I thought it was so sweet. But then she was like, no, don't get your knickers in a twist. I was really close with Tonks and Sirius. So she's like, I'm not doing it just for you, but it is partially for you. So yeah.
Yep.
We did skip a little bit because I really liked at the very first meeting Andromeda when he finally met Andromeda. It's like, here, give Teddy a chocolate frog and he'll be your best friend. He's a really good buffer. I was like, yep, way to be.
Yes.
Way to be. What a good thought.
Hermione references Teddy as Draco's walking Protego at that party.
Yeah.
I love
You want to bring him in?
It was cute. I did like seeing him interact with Teddy. That was super cute.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, anyway.
I always like seeing men interact with children.
Yeah,
in a cute way,
especially young children.
That was my initial thing. My initial thing for having a crush on Bryce when I was 14.
I saw him with a child.
I saw him at a church gathering, and all these little kids, it was for Halloween, were coming up to him, and he was like giving him candy out of his own bag. Like he's just like, "Here you go." I'm like, "You're cute."
Oh my god. Okay.
So funny. Anyway, sorry.
glad you got that.
Thank you.
Thought that was something, because all right.
Anyways,
whatever. It was cute.
this was also the time that Ron and George confront Draco after Molly's like, "Can you go get me some dishes?" It's like, I don't know. To me, I don't think I love how the relationship later with Molly got, how she was like very motherly and affectionate and everything. But in that one moment, I was like,
I don't like her.
I don't like that because she had never given, she was like super, like, I don't know. To me, I was like, I don't see like Molly being the one to help. It wouldn't surprise me again if like Ginny was the one that was like, hey, we need plates, you go get them kind of thing. I just didn't see Molly, but maybe that's because to me, I'm like, she's just this nice little mom. She just went,
no.
Oh,
okay. Sorry. I have opinions about Molly Weasley, and 99% of them are negative. She drives me insane, and that's just canon. Just to me, it's just book. Molly Weasley, she ain't
from
it.
book 5, I think.
3, no, 4. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Book 4. Yes, it was book 4.
I mean,
it was the moment she sent Hermione her little Easter egg, right? Was that what it was?
That was, yeah. Yep. Oh,
she sent everybody else these big homemade chocolate Easter. Is that what it was?
I think it was like Easter fudge, I think.
Okay. And like sent him like a ton, every single person, and she sent Hermione this tiny little thing.
Because she
after reading in Witch Weekly. Anyway, that's not
important. I can see Molly Weasley absolutely doing that.
Yes,
I'm so sorry.
I can too.
I don't agree.
I can too, but I like a fic where she's a good parent, and in this one she was after this moment.
Yeah.
So well, and I don't even blame her for being part of that little scheme.
Me neither.
So because
Ron tries to be intimidating and he's just not.
I just
every time every fic where he tries to be intimidating, I'm like, why do you just look like an idiot? Why? Like he just does. He's so dumb. Like an idiot. He just is. But yeah. I like that George kind of was like, you've been annoying for weeks about this. So
you're
I'm glad we're getting this all out in the open now. And we should move on to Theo. I feel like Theo is the next idiot.
No, there's one more thing.
Okay, so, go ahead.
Is it that same chapter? I'm pretty sure it's that same chapter that they are opening the Christmas presents and then they make them take a picture together. No, this is the baby shower. I don't know what I'm thinking the Christmas party, but still, Arthur makes them sit down and take a picture together. I was like, that's cute. Like even Arthur can tell.
It was so awkward though.
Oh yeah, but he knew they needed it.
Yeah, he could tell that like this is a moment they're gonna want to look back on, and like they're gonna be mad that they didn't actually just like take a picture together. And so I thought that was very cute that he was like, come on, sit down. Get close.
I agree. I liked that. I liked how she like what she asked him, like, hey, we're gonna have a baby shower. Would you like to be involved? And he was just like, oh, yes, thank you for asking. So please, because he's not very assertive in this fic. So he was very much letting her lead everything, which I have like mixed feelings about, but also that's how he was in this. So anyway, I don't know.
Okay, what are you going to talk about with Theo?
He's an idiot. Who does? Okay, I side with Hermione here.
Okay,
you don't buy someone a breast pump, but he doesn't know anything, Muggle. He bought the most expensive thing there. Like, yeah, I get that, but at the same time, I'm just, oh hell.
I would have laughed. I don't know if I would have been that angry. I would have laughed.
I would have laughed also. Yeah, it wouldn't have been as big of a deal as she made it.
I would have just laughed.
I wonder, because it was the very first time meeting him, that maybe she didn't fully
just
trust.
Uncomfortable.
Like, uncomfortable, but maybe she didn't fully trust that, like, this is Draco's friend. He's a Slytherin. Draco assured me that he's not a blood supremacist, but also, like, is that the right term? Blood supremacist?
I think so.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, that just went. Okay, I don't know why my brain was like, "You're wrong." But I wonder if maybe that's another reason why, because she was probably just unsure about like his intentions. especially when he was like, "Oh, Hermione, you're looking fit," right after having a baby. So I was like, "Oh, okay." But backing up, because that was at the point where she had the baby.
Yeah.
I loved like the domestic bliss that they were. Okay, bliss, but I loved how domestic they were leading up to the baby, because he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna stay here. I'll be like, yeah, I'll have a bed in Cassie's room," and and I like that he got a job, of course, doing potions. But yeah, I loved the domestic side of
Me
him
too.
helping take care of her.
I loved it when it started getting closer to the time and he's like, "Can I rub your feet for
he's gonna rub
you?"
your feet. And he's like, "I must be hurting myself because I'm gonna keep doing it." Even though she's making noises,
and I'm gonna keep
going.
listening. Yep, I'm gonna keep listening to all those little noises she's making, and I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna
So okay. Tracy, I know you've never had a baby, so I know that you
Yay!
can't you can't. But she goes 8 days late. And then in that, Draco is saying like, "Oh, in like 3 days they will." No. That's not
3 more
normal.
days.
Yeah,
that's not normal, right?
I think
8
isn't
11
8 is the cutoff. So, and that's when they would induce, I think. I
don't even know
whatever.
anybody going like
it
late
starts getting
anymore.
Oh, I do. A lot of women with their first pregnancy will still go after their due date. I didn't. Emma was 8 days early. So
I was induced. Like
my poor mother had me 3.5 weeks early.
yeah, see, early
very...
to me is like, okay, that's fine. But to me, I'm like, I don't understand how after like, okay, let's say that you're like 2 days late. To me, at that point, I would have been like, get it out.
Get it out.
Induce me.
Yep.
Like, I would not be waiting until 11 days. No.
At some point, it starts getting dangerous.
Yeah,
if the baby is not coming. And so, yeah, that's why they do end up inducing you. I think you're right, Tracy. There is a cutoff that
for some reason 8 is the number that's sticking out. Like
it
it's
might be.
a little over a week. I guess maybe it's not. Maybe it's just depending on the progress of, the pregnancy. So, I don't know. Maybe that's it. I know nothing. I've never had a baby.
That to me is like freaking psycho.
Yeah.
No. No. And especially being Hermione, you know that she would have been like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, I am Golden Girl. Take it out. Like I would have been
made a
throwing her name.
joke. He made a joke about that too, of just like
she always
how
wants to be
she
early
is.
and how late
Yeah.
she is.
Yeah.
No. No. But the whole birth I thought was very well, like really cute and really written.
Cute.
And he was like, "Can I hold your hand?" She's like, "Yes, I just didn't want to
God.
ask." And like, and then
that was
he's
really
like
cute.
trying to distract her, and he's like, "How about you try for an E? Like if exceeds expectations." And she's like,
Are you
I'm only
kidding me?
going for an O."
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then after she's like, an O? He's like, an O. Like you're holding the baby.
Yes. And he's like tearing up holding his baby, and it's so cute. It's like, yep. Brings back memories of having a baby.
I after both, I would not have been making jokes that fast. No. I was so out of it. I was like, if he tried to like make some joke about like, yeah, you did so good, you got an O, I would be like, shut the fuck up. Like, did you just push a watermelon out? No. Anyways, the birth was very cute though. It was very cute. And I liked how they even put in there like she did not want to take any pain reducing drugs until they mentioned that it was making it harder. Not for her,
on the
but for the baby.
Yep.
And she was like, "Oh, okay, that's fine then."
I guess I'll take them. Yeah. The nurse that came in to get her paperwork and stuff. I'm like, I wanted the moment. I wanted Hermione to hear her mutter Death Eater under her breath because she missed it. She was like, oh, Hermione must not have heard it because she didn't say anything. I'm like, oh, she should have heard it. I want her to hex her out the door.
Yeah.
That said, like, I like Rage Hermione when she's defending, Draco.
Yes.
Me too. Yeah.
It just gives you the warm fuzzies. Like
it does. It's cute. And then they did a good job writing out, the whole next year of going through with Cassie and everything and just kind of their living situation and how they were doing and everything. It was really cute.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I liked how he ended up staying. He was
Yes.
there for months after she was born. Didn't he? When did he leave? Was it around like the 3 to 6 month mark?
He didn't. He just went back to work.
I was gonna say I didn't think he did leave.
He didn't ever go back to his flat. He just
okay,
went
well,
back to work.
Right, okay. So I like that he just stayed. He
Me
just
too.
stayed. Like he's like, nope, I like being, here with them. I can't imagine not, I couldn't imagine living away from my child either. So I honestly don't
Yeah.
blame him. But yeah, I loved it and how he like bath time was their thing.
Yes, that was so cute because she got to breastfeed her, so he got to give her baths.
And just it was so sweet. God dang it. It's just this was so fluffy. This was such a fluffy fic. It was great.
It was. It really was.
It was right around this time that they're like getting ready to go over to the borough, I think for Christmas. And she's like, "Hey, dress warm." And he's like,
oh,
can I wear this?" And she's
yes.
like, "Oh, that's really nice. I didn't know that you had that." He goes, "Oh yeah, I had Theo sneak back in." And she's like, "Oh,
did he
get the
rest of your stuff?
Yeah, like what else did he get?" And he's like, "I only asked for this."
I know. Oh, what a darling.
If I were her, I would have broken right there.
That would have been the moment my pants flew off. I would have been like,
I would have cried. Like that's what would have made me crack. So
I know. In my head, I'm still shocked that it was
that
over a year.
Yeah.
Of Cassie being born. Like Cassie was a year old before they rekindled anything. I'm like, oh, Hermione.
I would have broken so fast.
Yeah.
One of the first times you see him giving her a bath, that would have been my moment. I'm like, okay.
That's true. Holding him, like crying in the hospital, like.
Yeah.
I also sorry, going back to the scarf that he had been casting the like stasis charm, so it like still had her smell. Like,
I forgot about that.
Yes.
That's so cute.
It was so cute.
But to me, sorry, it's very cute. Maybe I'm just, I'm gonna say muggle, but that seems like, I know that it's not a difference. But she probably wears the same perfume. I wear the same perfume that I wore 10 years ago. Like I found one that I like and I've just stuck with it. So like, if it was starting to lose its smell, when you just like another like spritz, I don't know. I mean,
I'm sure it's a muggle perfume and he doesn't know, the scent. Or he
unless
can't
she
ask
does
her
it
what
and
it
it's like
is.
shampoo. I'm like trying to think of like what I smell like. Because I was like, what would have like my scent on it? And I'm like thinking back to high school, okay, because a little bit of a like attention seeker. And I would like, scarves were very in when I was in high school, okay? We're just going to put that out there.
Scarves.
Scarves were very in. And the amount of perfume I would spray on the scarf specifically. So I'm just like, that's what I would imagine like my smell is. But it's, anyways, I don't want to get into this too much.
That's so funny. I use lots of different perfumes. I don't have a singular one.
I have like 4 that are my favorites.
I go into Bath and Body Works when they have the buy 3, get 3 free.
Oh my God.
And I buy 6. And they're always different. But I have my favorite ones that I'll use, but I have so many different ones.
I've got a Gucci one.
Carrie-Anne like doesn't understand this at all.
And a Prada, I think. Like I don't want to say I have expensive taste in perfume, but man, my favorite one's a Gucci one. And it smells so good. Okay,
Anyways.
Yeah. I wanted, and this, I would have loved to see, at least after the baby. So like he takes the baby like to walk around the park. So
with
Hermione
Theo.
can get extra sleep. Yes. With Theo. And I love that. That's great. I kind of wish Draco would have done a little bit more to start wooing her back.
Yeah.
Like I would have liked to see a little more effort. Like maybe like bring home flowers one day. Like just something like that. Just bring home flowers. Like, oh, there was a vendor in the park. They made me think of you. Like I would have liked to see like a little bit of effort on his part because there wasn't any, like, because he knows that he has to show, he's there for them. He's a family man now. Like he's doing it. But like I wouldn't know because they have no communication skills together. I wouldn't know if he's just if he wants to get back with me,
or if he's just there for the baby.
Exactly. And so, and even she mentions that because she's like, hey, I want to get back together with you. But who even knows if you even still want me because I made you wait for so long because he never tried. And like, so yeah, that I would have liked to see that.
He's way too into his head of like, I feel like if he would have had that thought of, oh, I should bring her home flowers. Nope, not going to do that.
Yeah, he would have talked
maybe
himself
she'll
out
kick
of it.
me out.
Yeah.
Everything he does, he thinks she's going to kick him out. So
fair.
I mean, he's a little bit of a coward.
I laughed. I'm talking about their birthday party now. They still aren't back together. They're doing her little birthday party and they're like cleaning up. And Draco's complaining that Harry and Ginny's baby, James, was staring at Cassie the whole time. And he says the sentence, just like his father, Draco's apparently the only one who saw it because he's like, I'm convinced that boy is sneaky. And she's like, it's a baby.
I laughed so hard at that.
I thought that was so funny. That's like the protective dad mode coming in of like, no, it's my little girl.
The Last Jedi, if you want to ever go back and write a one shot of like 20 years later.
And with them together?
Yes.
Like with the kids together? That'd be pretty funny, actually.
And Draco's point of view.
Like, hey, Dad, this is my boyfriend.
This is my boyfriend, James walks up.
Yes, I knew it.
Okay, wait, if we're asking for more stuff from The Last Jedi, I want 3 more chapters of just smut, okay? Because you wrote some good smut in this, and I want more, okay? I'm just letting you know right now.
Was it? When did?
The last chapter.
Yeah, I mean, like, when did they get together, though? Was it after the first birthday?
It was after.
Well, I mean, okay, like, was it, like, directly after? Was that when they were having the conversation, or?
I'm pretty sure.
Because
isn't she, like, looking at all the pictures on the wall? Is like, do you want to have another?
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, yep. Like, should
we have more? He's like, yes.
Don't tease me, Granger.
I know, basically. Don't bring that in front of me if you're not lying. How cute. Anyways, the smut was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the praise, obviously. Like, who doesn't enjoy that?
Yeah, it was well written.
It was
well written. It was so good. Like I said, it was so good for such a short fan fiction.
It was.
So if it's something, if you want to read something that packs a punch, but it's nice and short, this is perfect.
Yep. It really is.
I loved it.
Yeah, I used to, when I first started with these fan fictions, I was like, I don't like them being shorter. And so I would only read ones that were like over 100,000 words. And then finally I was like, okay, no, I'm going to give, a shorter one a chance. And I'm glad that I did because there are a lot out there that are really, really good.
There's more short ones than there are long ones. So you kind of got to get over that.
But yeah, I love this one.
Look at the precious little boy.
He's cute.
That came out very sassy. I'm sorry. Anyways, I liked this one. I thought it was very cute. It was very well written. Again, if somebody wants...
Wait, so Cassie was born in May. And then...
Where the heck did you get that from?
What?
How did you know she was born in May? Oh, because she said it. Oh, she said it the due date.
I think so.
At one point, she said the due date.
Like the beginning of May. I don't know if she was actually born then.
Anyways.
I just know they got married in July.
Yes. So did they get married like that quickly after, or did they wait over a year? Like
I think it was that.
Do you know what I mean?
Cassie was walking.
Exactly.
And normally walking doesn't happen around a year. It happens closer to 2. So it wouldn't surprise me.
Emma started walking at 1 year.
I was over 2.
Maybe Emma's crazy. No, I'm just kidding. Your child's not crazy.
Hold on. No, maybe I'm wrong.
Joey
No, I am wrong. I'm wrong.
And Maddie is a year and a half and she's not walking.
Okay. So then, they had to have waited. I was like,
especially like walking down the aisle, like holding another kid's hand. I'm imagining
that a little over 2. Yeah. I was over 2. My parents still like to throw that in my face. Like, you were just a little princess. You just want to be held. You didn't want to walk. Why would I? You would hold me.
I agree now. Yeah, I don't want to walk. I love that they did a soul bonding though. That was like just kind of slid in there. Like it wasn't a normal marriage. It was a soul bonding, and it was very cute. I love those.
And I liked that they all changed their name to Granger Malfoy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and because it was like, I'd like to hyphenate my name, and we'll do that for Cassie's. Can I do it too?
Can I?
You would want that? Oh, yeah. King, love him. I love that for him.
King.
And I kind of like.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
I kind of like that his parents didn't come back at all.
Never came around.
Like I did like that. Like I like to imagine that later on when Cassie is a little older, exactly. Like he dies and his mom comes around. Like I do like to think that she would come around eventually. But anyway, what were you gonna say, Holly?
Who knows? Oh, I just went back in my camera roll to find out when Emma started walking.
Yeah.
It was a month after she turned 1.
What?
Yeah.
She was a
September.
fast one.
Oh, but never mind. I'm not gonna say.
Okay, yeah. Dang.
Anyway, yeah, no, that's when she started walking. I have the video.
Holy crap.
And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure she was 1. She was just a one in a month.
Well, your child is freaking huge, so maybe that makes sense.
She was rolling over at 11 days old. So
hey, you know it. Emma is freaking tall.
Dude, I know. I wouldn't shut up about it when we met
So Emma's tall and Joey's short, but Joey's older, so like the height difference
was ridiculous.
It's a big height difference too. Emma, yeah, so she's in the 90th percentile for weight and height.
So
funny.
This is so random. I just have to laugh. I gave the kids a bath the other night. I put out Joey's pajamas, 2T. I put out Maddie's pajamas, 18 month. They look like the exact same size pajamas.
Oh, that's so funny.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually just went through Emma's closet again and I got rid of all the 3T because she's in, and some of the 4T because she's not fitting in some of it. She's into 5T. 2T. I love that though. I love that. And that's the thing. It's like every kid is so different and he'll likely catch up, you know?
Just know, Carrie Ann, every now and then when I catch a glimpse of Joey on your Marco Polo, I forget that his head is shaved. And I'm always like, oh my God, the little cancer kid. Please don't keep that in there.
It's finally starting to like get slightly. It's not curling yet, but it's getting longer that it looks more full. I'm like, oh, we are never cutting it this short again. Like this was a nightmare. It feels like it took so much longer this time.
It makes me like every time I see him, I jump a little bit because I'm like, oh shit, oh yeah, he shaved his head.
No, I'm still mad. I'm still mad.
So
and
funny.
Ben's like, yeah, I kind of need a haircut. I'm like, would you like to go bald? Like, you did it to our child.
Oh, Joey's curly hair is so cute.
Yeah. I still remember when Bryce went bald. It was the week after Emma was born. It's because his hairline kept receding and receding and receding. He goes, no, I'm not that guy. I do not keep hair on my head. That doesn't look normal. I'm not doing it. And I remember when he shaved it off because he had grown it out a little bit, so it was getting kind of shaggy. And he came up from downstairs and he totally bald. And I'm like, my breath caught. I was like, you don't look normal. It was really funny. I'm like, Emma will never remember you with hair. That's so weird. I'm starting to forget him with hair. Although within the last week, he's kind of let that part go. He hasn't shaved his head for a little bit, so it's starting to grow in. It's going to start getting longer and he's going to, nope, get gone.
Anyways, we've kind of gone off topic. I'm not going to lie to you guys.
Oh, we got very off topic. That's no kind of.
That's okay. We need more time anyway.
Just you wait till I tell you what I downloaded on my Kindle today to read.
Ooh. Okay, well, what are you reading? What's everyone reading?
I'll start.
Oh boy.
So, you got to throw in a couple Ruby Dixon things. I'm still reading. #1 fan, whatever. I'm also going to read Butcher and Blackbird because that's the book for my book club this week. And then today, okay, I pulled out my Kindle so I can specifically read you the name. I saw a TikTok. I had to download it. And then because of that, I saw another one. Had to download it. They're like 21 pages and like 59 pages, so it's not long. Okay. Mating with mallows. And the picture is of peeps. Pretty much like the synopsis of it is that the main girl has like sworn off treats forever until somebody's like, no, you've never had them like microwave. They'll be really good. So she microwaves them, but something happens, obviously. So they come to life.
Oh.
Then they're mad at her for never having any sweets. So they take it out on her by having sex. I haven't read it yet, but I'm gonna.
I can't.
Hold on, let me pull up the picture. So look, because it's black and white, you should be able to kind of see it. It's got peeps on the front. And then, because that's not bad enough, I saw another one that's seduced by the swamp creature.
Another Shrek?
It's not Shrek. It's a it might be Shrek.
Okay.
I don't know if it's Shrek. But okay, so the friend says, forbidden love on the bayou. He was half fish and all man.
I hate that. Oh my god.
Do you want to see the picture?
Yes.
Sorry, I don't know where the light's coming from. Like, there he is.
My
there
god.
She is in the water.
Oh
I'm gonna read it. So I'll tell you where those rank in my really bad ones. I'm telling you, so far, The Door, number 1, and then just Get in My Swamp and Stay in My Swamp are right there. But it's not because they're Shrek. It's because they were better written, okay? Anyways.
What about the balloon animal one?
That one was so bad, okay? It wasn't good. It just, if you're going to read one of these really bad, and I'm talking really bad, trashy things that I'm reading, don't read that one. Read The Door.
Read The Door.
Unhinged. That's what it's called.
I was going to say, that's the name and that's what it is.
Yeah, but there's an actual plot in that one. I've told you about this. There was murder. There was like intrigue.
God.
There were gods. Like there were all sorts of stuff in that one. Anyways. So that's what I'm reading.
Oh.
And I want to read, I checked. It's not on our list. And I keep seeing TikToks about it. So I'm going to read it. The Dark Gryffindor Princess? That was called? Something like that. It's in my list. It looks really good. I keep saying The Dark Little Gryffindor is what it's called.
Huh.
Ooh.
I've never heard
It
of
says
that
that she was adopted by a baby and that she's been a pureblood.
By a baby?
Oh, she was adopted as a baby. Yeah, that she is a pureblood. But Harry knew the whole time. So like she goes and like.
Oh wait, I think I've heard of this one.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm reading. I have to balance out the trash with the good. So, you know. Anyways.
That's fair. Okay.
And Ruby Dixon, of course. Who else? What else are you guys reading? I know you can't top what I'm reading, but you know, you can try.
That's true. I'm not even going to try to fight it. I'm listening to ACOWAR.
Re-listening.
Yep, I'm going back through those. And then I'm going to go back through probably Throne of Glass. And then maybe I'll give Crescent City a chance.
There's no maybe, you will.
I know, I need to.
Well, okay, you will. You will. Anyway, there's this bit.
You will.
You will. I am reading, of course, Ruby Dixon. I'm on Raven's book.
That one's cute.
Udron. Is that how you say it, Carrie Ann? Udron?
I don't know if I pronounce.
D-R-O-N.
Yeah, most of the time the R to me would get lost, so I would just end up calling him Udon. And I know that that's not because there's an R in it, so it should be Udron. But anyway. I'm going fast enough on my Udon.
Okay.
Noodles. Sorry.
Now I have Kung Fu Panda. It's fine. I'm also reading Son of Neptune by Rick Riordan, or Riordan, however you want to pronounce it. Still on my Percy Jackson. I keep pausing that one, but
I know.
keep going back.
Finish it?
I don't know. I started in August, and it's what, April? I'm like 4 chapters in. I did not start. I don't remember when I started it, but I keep going back to that. And then there's a third one. I'm gonna try and get a jump on one of our later episodes because it's
A Measure of a
long.
Man.
Yeah, so I'm about to start on that because we know how I am.
Yep.
I am terrible at that. Oh, and All You Want by Sen Lin Yu because it's an ABO and I have needed to scratch that itch for a while. So it's one I have never read. I'm on chapter 28 right now. So
it's good. I like that one. I have an ABO open on my phone to read. I actually have several open on my phone if I, just read them. So it's called The Scent of Wolves. That's an ABO. I know. You're TBR.
I don't do that. I have one open and I will read it and then I will finish
I already have Measure of a Man. It's the third one on here. Oh, I don't have All You Want. I need to go through these. So let me get rid of All You Want.
But yeah, so I have 3 open right now. I have The Scent of Wolves because I was like, ooh, there's an ABO on our list that I haven't read. But I've only just started it. I'm on chapter 2 of The Trials and Tribulations of Draco Malfoy's Employment. I need to get back on that one. But then there was one, I saw a TikTok of somebody that was like, would anyone be interested in a Dramini with this plot? And so I started it and I subscribed to it. They write long chapters. They're 6 chapters in now. They're updating like at least once a week, I think. And they're already at 114,000 words. It is so long, but it's actually pretty good. I'm enjoying it. It's Draco Malfoy. I think it's because he's a pureblood. I don't know if that's why. I think so. They have soulmates, and obviously Hermione Granger is his soulmate, and he finds this out.
We love those.
The very beginning of it, it's really sad. Like so far, it's been really, really sad. He loses a lot of people. This is after the Wizarding War, and they get shot right back into another war with somebody else as the leader. So anyway, I like it so far. It's really good. That one's called The Light We Carry by Lex Fix. So
nice. I need to. I just opened one of my older ones that I just saw that it's finished. So but it's a Game of Thrones one. It's a House of the Dragon. It's called Breakbones and the Dragon Rider. So if you guys are, or if anyone out there is fans of House of the Dragon, I am thoroughly enjoying it. It's Rhaenyra and Harwin because Sir Harwin Strong is that was me growling because I am feral for him. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Anyway. Sorry, I will stop and actually not read that one because I need to read other things. Anyway.
Oh, no. Awkward. Glad we read all this crap. It's so good. It's not crap. It's just an expression.
Some of the things I read are crap.
Did you hear what she's about to read? The Vala one?
Some of the things I read are crap, and I will put that out there. The worst one, let me think, actually. No, the worst one was Seduced by the Pumpkin Spice Latte.
I remember that. Yep.
Because that one, the pumpkin spice latte did not change. It was a literal cup. And the cup did nothing. It wasn't. She just was aroused by the smell and just got herself off in a coffee shop. It was weird. Wasn't good. Anyways.
That is so funny.
I have 2 bookshelves full of books that I haven't read most of them. I need to get on that.
We both know you're not going to read anything on your physical TBR.
I know. I need to, because I want to finish the Twisted series.
You haven't even gotten to Christian's book.
I know.
Skip the third. Skip the third. You don't need to read it.
I don't like doing that, but I don't want to read that one.
Nothing happens in that one really that like ties the other ones together. Skip it. You don't need it.
I might just do that
Read
because
Christians.
well, I saw a TikTok of it and something that he says to her, I cried and I don't even know. I don't know the story.
It is so good. He
was so nasty to her and I was like, I can't read this one.
Yeah, the third one was rude and he was bad. And so you don't need it. You do need the fourth one. Christian is my favorite.
Oh my god. There's so much. I still need to read Bride by Ellie Hazelwood. I want to read that. I gotta put that one up high up. I still need to read the Blackbird and Songbird.
Butcher and Blackbird.
Thank you.
I'm gonna read it. So I'll tell you if it's good.
Okay, because I have that one too. Anyway. Okay, I'll shut up. Sorry.
I was never into books until you got me into Hermione fan fiction. I'm not kidding. The only books I was ever into.
But you're still not into books.
Okay,
you like reading,
true, but I'm into more books than I was.
That's true.
Okay,
I read
That's a good point.
I'm going through it again, although I mean I've listened to them, but that's it. I think it's the
same thing. The same thing. Yep.
It makes my life easier because then I clean.
Oh, I am also listening. I just started. I'm on chapter 3. I'm listening to Jurassic Park.
Ooh.
On audiobook. So, nice.
Why do you want to listen to it when you probably know the movie inside out?
Because
she loves it.
I heard it's a lot scarier.
Ooh.
It's like a horror book, and I'm so excited. And yeah, anyway. Shut up. I want to listen to it.
I didn't think a book could scare me, and then I read that scary book that you also have.
Yeah,
I have that one,
it's
and
in
I'm
my
like,
closet.
oh, I don't like it. I don't like that. I don't like imagery.
I have a lot of scary books, and they're all in my closet because I have like a shelf in my closet. Yeah, they hide away in there.
You're not superstitious, but you are a little stitious.
A little bit. That's not true.
Quote.
I know. I've been wanting to rewatch The Office. I've been wanting to because it puts me in a good mood, and I've been in such a somber mood lately. I need
Schitt's Creek.
You know what would be really good for you, Bridgerton.
It's just like waste my time reading Hermione or waste my time watching a show.
Tell you, neither one of those are a waste.
Exactly. Well, The Office is, but
okay, we're not talking about
that. I'm sorry. Those are fighting words. I know.
Okay, maybe I watch Bridgerton before we. I was gonna say before we record next, but we already did our Bridgerton one, so for some reason I was thinking that one was next, but that one is Barbarian's Bookworm. Yes. At least I've read the first 2 Barbarians books.
That's true. So you already have an idea.
Yes. Well, and I've already read this one anyway, too. So
that's true. I'm so glad that I got you guys to read this Barbarian's Bookworm.
I am so happy. I will never ever be able to repay you.
Me neither. I'm so glad that you introduced me to this. I'm so mad at myself.
I'm specifically talking about Ruby Dixon, Ice Planet Barbarians.
Oh. No, you are.
Okay, but back to this. I kick myself when I think about when we all worked at the same place together and you told me, you're like, do you ever read Harry Potter fan fiction? No, that's stupid. Holly.
Everyone
I could have started this years ago.
Everyone I've ever talked to or have
Tracy,
gotten to listen to.
You needed to shove it down my throat. I guess you finally. No, even when you told me to read Remain Nameless, I don't think you shoved it down my throat.
No,
I don't think you did. You're so good. I shove it down people's throats and they don't read it.
I'm very
You're here for the long game.
Yeah, that too. But when people are like, Tracy, you have to do this, I'm immediately like, no. Fuck right off.
Thank you.
I'm very much that way.
Carrie-Anne, you'll love it.
Okay, yeah, well.
You know what's so funny? You want to know something so funny? I was thinking about it today. I was like, you know what? They haven't asked me to read it in a while.
Damn it.
And I was like, maybe I should just open it up and just start reading it and not tell them.
You know, it's so funny. For my birthday last year, I told my sister, I was like, hey, I only want one thing for my birthday. And she says, I'm not reading it.
Oh my God. It's so good.
It is. She's like, I made it 18 chapters in and then I could do it anymore.
So sorry. I don't know. That's usually the one that I get people that if you've never read fan fiction before, that's the one
that's the one
to get people to read.
And it did. It got me to hoo-hoo. My other sister listens to it over and over and over again.
To all the people that read like their introduction to Hermione fan fiction was Manacled, I'm so sorry.
I know.
I'm so sorry.
See, and that's the thing. I'm like,
beautifully written.
Oh, it's so good.
Beautifully written.
Senlin, you do a fantastic job. Oh my,
like that was fantastic, but it's so dark and nothing will ever live up to it. Like it's just and it rips your heart out and just I'm so sorry. Like I would not start there.
And that's the thing. It's like I think about it and I'm like, if you would have had me read Manacled first, I don't think I'd be into Hermione fan fiction. I wouldn't, because I'd be like, yeah, that's great.
Because
it's so dark. But I still really like Manacled though.
Well, it's so good. I'm never reading it again. Like, okay, true. Senlin Yu is going to get it published.
Yes.
It's going to be published. I will buy it and I will read it. I will hate it. I will still hate it because it hurts. But
I'll be thinking of Draco and Hermione the whole time.
Oh, of course. Well, so my very first fan fiction, Hermione fan fiction, was Cruel and Beautiful World. When I read that, I was like, "Oh, this is so dark."
That's so funny. I mean, it really is, but like they have so many fun elements in that one too. Bronson. Oh, my heart is with Bronson. Okay. Anyway, you need to read that one, Carrie Ann. Cruel and Beautiful World. Yeah, you should.
I own the books because she did end up Elstoddard or something did publish them, and I only read the first two. I need to finish it. So anyway.
Is that why you can't find it online?
Yeah, because she had it published.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that she was doing that, and I'm very lucky that I was able to finish it because this was years ago that I found that one. And I had read it, and I started reading it a second time because I just loved it. And then I went, like, I was on my break at work. I opened it up, and it was gone. I cried. I was so upset.
Well, and that's why I went through our list and I downloaded everything I could when we found out about the strike, because I'm like, my heart. So I'm glad that that's an option, that's out there and stuff. But man, I wish it would stop. I wish people would not be rude and try to sell these, it makes me really angry. I don't
people
like
are
talking
gonna
about
be
it,
people. People ruin everything. It's fine. Anyway. Well, what are we doing? What are we reading next week?
Oh, yes.
Or in 2 weeks.
Sorry. Join us next time when we read Barbarian's Bookworm by Melanora Drood, I think. Something like that.
Just search Barbarian's Bookworm. It'll come up.
Yep.
It's good. It's amazing.
It's great. Read it. Come and join us. We'll be spoiling it. We are very excited. Hermione Fanfic Fanatics is a fan podcast that discusses and reviews fanfiction written by various authors based on the characters Hermione Granger and Draco Malfoy from the Harry Potter series, created and owned by J.K. Rowling. We do not own the rights to the Harry Potter series, its characters, or any of the fanfiction works mentioned in this podcast. The purpose of our podcast is to provide commentary, analysis, and entertainment related to the fanfiction community and to foster a sense of community among fans. We respect the creative efforts of fanfiction authors and consider their works as transformative interpretations of the original source material. All fanfiction works discussed on this podcast are the intellectual property of their respective authors. We aim to provide proper attribution and promote the fanfiction community by linking the author's original works where possible. This podcast is created for entertainment purposes and is not intended to infringe upon the rights of the copyright holders. If you are the author of a fanfiction work discussed on this podcast and would like us to remove or modify our content related to your work, please contact us and we will promptly address your request. By listening to this podcast, you acknowledge and agree to the terms of this disclaimer.